Every once in a while, a movie comes along that doesn't just entertain you. It shakes you to your core and lingers in your mind long after the lights come up. These are the rare films that make you see the world a little differently, that spark conversations and debates, and that you find yourself thinking about days, even weeks, later. It's the kind of movie that just completely blows you away, leaving you breathless and wanting to talk about it with everyone you know. It's not just about the explosions or the jaw-dropping action sequences that keep your heart pounding, or the famous actors, though this one has both, with a cast that brings every character to life in unforgettable ways. It's about the feeling you get when the credits roll, that deep sense that you've just witnessed something important, something that matters. That movie is One Battle After Another, a film that's as bold as its title suggests. From the very first scene, it grabs you and doesn't let go, mixing edge-of-your-seat thrills, raw emotion, and sharp social commentary that feels urgent and real. This isn't just another action flick, it's a masterpiece that critics and audiences alike can't stop talking about. People everywhere are calling it one of the best films of the decade, and honestly, I couldn't agree more. It's the kind of movie that unites people, sparking passionate discussions and heartfelt reactions. At its heart, it's about fighting for what you believe in, about the power of family, and the incredible lengths we go to protect those we love, even when the odds are stacked against us. The film is a wild ride, full of unexpected twists and turns that keep you on the edge of your seat, never quite sure what's coming next. It's a political thriller with a dark sense of humor, making every moment feel alive, unpredictable, and different from anything you've seen before. When you leave the theater, you feel inspired, a little shaken, and maybe even changed, in the best possible way. It challenges you to ask yourself, what does it really mean to be brave? To do the right thing when it's hardest, when everything is on the line. This is more than just entertainment. It's an experience that stays with you, one you truly have to see for yourself to understand its impact. Who brought this story to life? Paul Thomas Anderson, PTA. Known for There Will Be Blood and Licorice Pizza, he's a true artist. This time he adapts the classic novel Vineland for today, and the result is stunning. Anderson creates entire worlds, and here he builds a version of America that's both familiar and intense. His chaotic, beautiful style puts you right in the action, especially in the protest scenes. He shot much of the film in VistaVision, making every detail vivid and immersive. Even in a regular theater, the visuals are breathtaking. Anderson gets unforgettable performances from his cast, guiding them through explosive and quiet moments alike. With One Battle After Another, he's assembled a dream cast, and you can feel their commitment. Anderson's passion for storytelling shines in every frame. He didn't just direct a film, he created a cinematic event. The movie kicks off with a literal bang at the U.S. Mexico border, where the tension is as thick as the desert night air. Sirens wail in the distance, and the border is alive with the chaos of a world on the brink of change. We're thrown into the action as the French 75, a daring group of revolutionaries, storm a detention center under cover of darkness. Their mission, to free immigrants trapped by a system that sees them as numbers, not people. Every move is calculated, every risk enormous. At the heart of this group are two unforgettable leaders. Pat, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, a master of explosives with a haunted past, and Perfidia Beverly Hills, brought to life by Teyana Taylor, whose fierce resolve inspires everyone around her. Their radical actions ignite a firestorm. To some, they're heroes fighting for justice and freedom. To others, they're dangerous criminals threatening the fragile order. The city is split and the world is watching. The government responds with force, dispatching the relentless Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw, played by Sean Penn. He's a man with a singular mission, to bring the revolutionaries down, no matter the cost. The chase is on, and no one is safe. The revolutionaries are forced into the shadows, always one step ahead, but never far from danger. Each narrow escape only raises the stakes, and the tension mounts with every heartbeat. But just as the group seems unstoppable, a shocking betrayal from within tears them apart. Loyalties are tested, and trust is shattered in an instant. The fallout is immediate and brutal. The group is ambushed, many are captured or killed. Perfidia disappears without a trace, and Pat is forced to flee into the night. In the chaos, Pat escapes with his and Perfidia's infant daughter Willa, cradling her as they vanish into the shadows. The stakes have never been more personal. Now the story shifts. It's no longer just about revolution. It's about survival. Pat and Willa, father and daughter, are on the run, haunted by memories of loss and betrayal, searching for hope in a world that seems determined to crush it. Every step is a gamble, every decision a matter of life and death. The stakes are both deeply personal and profoundly political, as Pat must protect his daughter while evading a system that wants to erase them. The film's opening is a whirlwind, explosions, desperate escapes, moments of heartbreak and hope, all set against the backdrop of a city in turmoil. The energy is relentless, the suspense unyielding. But beneath the chaos, the story asks a deeper question. What happens after the revolution? When the dust settles, who is left to pick up the pieces? For Pat and Willa, the journey is just beginning. As they step into the unknown, their story becomes one of resilience, hope, and the unbreakable bond between parent and child. Let's talk about the characters that make this movie unforgettable. Pat, played by DiCaprio, transforms from fiery revolutionary to a haunted father living under a new name. His performance is dynamic, showing the weight of a man shaped by loss. Willa, his daughter, Chase Infinity, is the heart of the film, a teenager thrust into chaos, forced to grow up fast. You see the story through her eyes, and her journey is powerful. Colonel Lockjaw, Sean Penn, is a chilling villain, ruthless, relentless, and disturbingly real. Teyana Taylor's Perfidia leaves a lasting impact even with limited screen time. Regina Hall shines as Pat's old friend, helping rescue Willa. Benicio del Toro is unforgettable as Willa's martial arts teacher, secretly helping migrants escape. Every actor is at the top of their game, bringing depth and urgency to their roles. The cast's chemistry makes every moment feel real. These characters aren't just fighting a system, they're fighting for each other. Their struggles and bonds drive the film's emotional core. After the revolution collapses, Pat vanishes into the shadows, clutching baby Willa to his chest as the world he knew crumbles behind him. The city is in turmoil, and every step is a risk, but Pat is determined to keep his daughter safe, no matter the cost. 16 years pass in near silence. Pat has reinvented himself as Bob Ferguson, a quiet, unassuming man living in the sleepy town of Backtown Cross. He works a simple job, keeps to himself, and pours all his energy into raising Willa, now a bright and curious teenager. He tries to shield her from the shadows of his past, hoping she'll never have to know the truth about who he once was. But the past is never truly gone. Colonel Lockjaw, a relentless government enforcer, finally tracks them down, using a sweeping crackdown as the perfect cover to close in on Pat and Willa. Overnight, Backtown Cross is transformed. Soldiers flood the streets, military vehicles block every exit, and panic spreads like wildfire. The once peaceful town is thrown into chaos, and no one is safe. In the confusion and terror, Pat and Willa are torn apart by the surging crowd. Each is left desperately searching for the other, their connections severed in an instant. Alone and frightened, Willa is taken in by Regina Hall's character, a mysterious woman with her own ties to the revolution. In the safety of a hidden safe house, she begins to reveal the secrets Pat has kept buried for years. Willa's world is shattered. Everything she thought she knew about her father is a lie. He's not just a regular dad, but a legendary revolutionary, wanted by the very people now hunting them. Meanwhile, Pat is frantic. His memory, clouded by years of hiding and trauma, makes the search even harder. He's forced to reach out to old allies he hoped never to see again, risking exposure at every turn. With the help of Willa's martial arts teacher, played by Benicio del Toro, Pat begins a desperate citywide search. Every second counts, and every move could be their last. The stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about survival anymore. It's about saving the only family he has left, and maybe finding redemption for the choices he made long ago. The hunt is on once more, and this time everything hangs in the balance. Pat must outsmart his enemies and confront the ghosts of his past. The quiet life he built is gone in an instant. The fight he thought he'd left behind has come roaring back, and there's no turning away. Now both Pat and Willa must confront the truth about themselves and decide what kind of future they're willing to fight for. The action in this movie is next level. From the opening rescue to rooftop escapes and brutal hand-to-hand combat, every sequence is intense and real. The gunfights are chaotic, the danger palpable. Willa's martial arts scenes are empowering, showing her transformation into a fighter. The car chase on a desert highway is a masterpiece, visceral, emotional, unforgettable. Anderson puts you right in the action. You feel every swerve and impact. But the action always serves the story. It's about survival, desperation, and love. When Pat fights to find Willa, you feel his urgency. When Willa escapes danger, you feel her fear and courage. The action is thrilling, but it's the emotion behind it that makes it powerful. This is action with meaning. Beyond the action, this film is about family, the unbreakable bond between a father and daughter. Pat gives up everything to protect Willa. Their relationship anchors the story. The film explores courage. For the young, it's radical action. For the older, it's facing the past and risking everything for love. Willa's bravery is about discovering her identity and strength. The movie tackles big issues, immigration, protest, government power, without easy answers. It asks, when is it right to break the law for justice? The conflict between radicals and reformers is front and center. The film forces you to think about your own beliefs and choices. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's hard. The story celebrates rebellion and the fight for a better world. It's a timely, urgent message. Released in 2025, One Battle After Another feels made for this moment. It tackles political divisions, immigration, and government overreach, straight from today's headlines. The film is a reflection of our reality, just turned up to 11. Colonel Lockjaw's crackdown is a warning about fear and prejudice guiding policy. The story urges us to protect everyone's rights, not just our own. But it's not all bleak. There's hope in the characters who risk everything to help others. Acts of kindness and bravery, big and small, matter. The film is a wake-up call, making you consider your own choices in the face of injustice. Would you stand by or stand up? This movie starts a conversation we all need to have. So, why see One Battle After Another? Because it's more than a movie, it's an event. It's exciting, thought-provoking, and emotionally powerful. Already called an instant classic, it's a film you'll be thinking about for days. The story teaches us about resilience, family, and true bravery. DiCaprio, Penn, and Infinity deliver unforgettable performances. Paul Thomas Anderson crafts every moment to perfection. It's a technical marvel and an emotional powerhouse. You'll laugh, gasp, maybe even cry. This is a film that demands to be seen. It's a political masterpiece and a timeless story of love and revolution. Go see it. You won't be disappointed. It's one of the very best films of the year.